The more we try to control every moment of our day, the more easily peace slips through our fingers. It's a quiet paradox so many of us live with. We long for calm, yet the smallest delay, a crowded line, or a hurried morning can unsettle our hearts faster than we expect. When life feels crowded and our patience wears thin, it can seem as if we are failing spiritually. Yet in reality, these moments may be simple invitations to grow gently, not harshly with ourselves. In those hidden places of frustration, we can look toward Mary. Scripture tells us that she pondered things in her heart, a posture of interior steadiness shown in Luke 1. She moved through her days without demanding that everything go her way. Instead, she carried a quiet strength that allowed God's peace to take root even in uncertainty. When we imagine her humble home, full of ordinary tasks and unexpected changes, we can sense a gentle encouragement, an invitation to let our own peace grow quietly too. Today, let this be a small beginning. Before reacting in irritation, pause for just one full minute. Feel your breath slow down. Let your shoulders drop. Notice the tightness inside and simply acknowledge it without judgment. That single minute is not wasted time. It's a doorway for grace to enter, a moment for your spirit to catch up with your day. With practice, this pause becomes a soft place where impatience can dissolve into prayer. Lord, steady my heart when impatience rises. Teach me to welcome your peace, even in the small, crowded spaces of my life. Tomorrow, we will take another gentle step toward cultivating inner steadiness. Yesterday, we asked God to steady our hearts in the small, crowded spaces of life. From there, we take another small step, a step into the simple grace of breathing room, the gentle space where patience begins to grow. Stress often shows itself first in our bodies. The chest tightens, the shoulders rise, the breath becomes shallow without us even noticing. It can happen in a tense meeting, before a difficult conversation, or in those moments when someone's tone stings more than we expected. When our bodies contract, our hearts often follow, and reacting harshly becomes much easier than responding with grace. Many of us carry this tension daily, believing it's just part of life, yet it quietly drains the peace we long for. In the Gospel, Mary is described as pondering things in her heart. That brief image from Luke hints at a deep interior spaciousness, a way of holding life without rushing to judgment or reacting too quickly. Her pondering was not passive. It was a gentle pause that allowed God's light to settle into her heart. When we imagine her taking a breath before responding, we can feel an invitation to do the same, as if she is gently encouraging us to find a moment of calm before words or emotions rise. Today's small practice is simple but powerful. Before entering a difficult conversation or facing a moment you know may challenge your patience, pause and take 3 slow breaths. Feel the air enter and leave your body like a quiet gift. With each breath, whisper a brief prayer, something as simple as, "Lord, be with me." This tiny act creates space within you, enough to soften tension and welcome grace. Lord, meet me in my breath and ease my tension. Help my heart open just enough for your peace to guide my next step. Tomorrow, we will continue this journey, learning how small moments of stillness can hold surprising strength. Yesterday, we reflected on how small moments of stillness can hold surprising strength. From there, we take another gentle step together, learning to hold a quiet center even when the world around us feels loud and demanding. Many of us know what overwhelming days feel like. The calendar is full, messages keep coming, responsibilities stretch in every direction, and we move from one thing to the next without a breath. In this fast pace, our patience thins, our tone sharpens, and our hearts feel scattered. It's not because we don't love or don't try. It's simply that the soul needs room to breathe, and stress slowly squeezes that room away. When life feels this way, it helps to imagine Mary in her home at Nazareth. Scripture gives only glimpses of those years, but tradition has long pictured her steady presence, quiet, attentive, faithful in the small tasks that shaped her days. She wasn't spared stress or uncertainty, yet she carried a calm trust that grew in the ordinary rhythm of her life. Thinking of her in those simple moments can feel like a gentle hand on our shoulder, inviting us to slow down, breathe, and let God enter the tension we carry. Today's small practice is simple. Pause once for 60 seconds. Close your eyes, let your body rest for a moment, and sit in stillness. You don't need to force any thought or prayer. Just breathe and allow the silence to hold you. This 1 minute becomes a tiny sanctuary in your day, a place where your reactions soften and your spirit regains its balance. Lord, calm my restless spirit and guide my reactions. Help me find your peace in the moments when stress feels strongest. Tomorrow, we take another gentle step toward inner steadiness, learning how patience grows through small, faithful pauses. Yesterday, we asked God to help us find peace in the moments when stress feels strongest. From there, we take another small step, learning how to stay gentle not only in big challenges, but in the tiny annoyances that meet us throughout the day. Small annoyances may seem insignificant, yet they often drain us more than we admit. A long checkout line when we're in a hurry, a messy room we just cleaned, a coworker tapping their pen, or a family member leaving dishes in the sink. These little things pile up quietly. By noon, our patience feels thin, and even a harmless comment can sound louder than it is. It's not that we're unloving, it's simply that daily life touches our limits again and again, and we forget how much strength it takes to stay gentle. In these moments, it helps to look toward Mary. Tradition imagines her moving through the ordinary rhythms of Nazareth with a steady heart, sweeping floors, preparing meals, tending to the everyday needs of her home. Scripture doesn't record her frustrations, but her life invites us to reflect on a calm endurance shaped by trust in God. She reminds us that grace often enters not through big miracles, but through the way we respond to the small burdens of the day. When we picture her handling an unexpected interruption with quiet patience, it becomes easier to soften our own reactions. Today's small practice is clear and simple. Choose one irritation, any irritation, and consciously respond with a softer tone. It may be a sigh you hold back, a kinder reply, or simply choosing not to snap when you feel the urge. This one choice doesn't fix everything, but it opens a window for grace to flow where tension would normally rise. Lord, soften my voice and help me choose kindness. Let my small gestures of patience become places where your love grows. Tomorrow, we will continue this gentle journey, discovering how grace can transform even the smallest moments of our day. Yesterday, we reflected on how grace can transform even the smallest moments of our day. From there, we take another gentle step, learning how to welcome the unexpected interruptions that often unsettle our peace. Interruptions are a part of every ordinary day. A child calls just when we sit down to rest. An email arrives when we're finally caught up. Someone knocks on the door right as we begin a task, or a coworker needs help when we feel stretched thin. These moments can pull us out of rhythm and stir frustration before we even realize it. We plan our days hoping for smoothness, yet life continually asks us to adapt. And when we're tired or overwhelmed, those interruptions can feel like burdens rather than opportunities. But when we look at the life of Jesus, we see that his days were full of unexpected moments. People calling out to him, reaching for him, interrupting his path. And Mary, his mother, lived close to those rhythms. Tradition invites us to imagine her responding with a quiet trust, welcoming each interruption not with irritation but with openness. She understood that love often arrives disguised as an unexpected need, and her example gently encourages us to soften our hearts when the unexpected appears. Today's small practice is simple. When you are interrupted, pause and silently say, "Let this be a moment of grace." This small prayer shifts the heart from resistance to openness. It doesn't mean you must say yes to everything or have perfect patience. It simply creates room inside for God to work, turning what feels like a disruption into a space for gentleness and trust. Lord, help me meet the unexpected with trust. Teach me to see interruptions not as obstacles, but as quiet invitations to grow in love. Tomorrow, we continue this path, exploring how even stress can become a doorway to deeper peace. Yesterday, we reflected on how even stress can become a doorway to deeper peace. From there, we take another gentle step, learning to transform irritation itself into a quiet prayer that steadies the heart. We all know what it feels like when frustration begins to snowball. One small inconvenience leads to another, and before long, the whole day feels heavier than it should. A harsh email, a loud environment, someone cutting in line, a task that takes longer than expected. These moments stack up, tightening the chest and clouding our patience. It often happens without warning, and by the time we notice it, our reactions are sharper, our words quicker, and our hearts restless. But irritation does not have the final say. In those moments, we can imagine Mary's gentle presence beside us, not offering new revelations, but simply reminding us, through her example, to pause, breathe, and return to God. Scripture tells us she pondered things in her heart, a quiet habit that turned ordinary tension into openness. When we picture her doing the same during her daily life in Nazareth, it becomes easier to soften our own hearts. It's as if her steady trust invites us to let each moment, even the bothersome ones, become an opening for grace rather than a spark for anger. Today's small practice is simple. Take one stressful moment, just one, and turn it into a short prayer of surrender. It might be as quiet as whispering, "Lord, I give this to you," or simply breathing slowly and placing the moment into God's hands. This shift, though tiny, breaks the chain of irritation. It turns what could have been a downward spiral into a holy pause where strength can enter. Lord, receive my tension and fill me with quiet strength. Help me meet stress not with fear or anger, but with a heart open to your peace. Continue tomorrow as we explore gentleness in action, taking another step toward a calmer, more trusting heart. Yesterday, we asked God to help us meet stress with an open and peaceful heart. From there, we take another small step, learning to accept that true calm doesn't appear instantly, but grows slowly, like dawn easing into the sky. Many of us wish we could feel calm on command. We hope that one prayer, one deep breath, or one quiet moment will erase the tension of the day. But real life rarely works that way. Stress settles in our shoulders, in our thoughts, in the way we hurry from task to task. By midday, we may feel drained, tight, or easily irritated. It's tempting to think we're failing spiritually because peace doesn't come quickly. Yet the truth is much gentler. Calmness is slow work, and that's okay. When we reflect on Mary's life, we glimpse a quiet steadiness that formed over years of trust and daily faithfulness. Tradition often describes her as moving through her days with a peaceful heart, not because everything was easy, but because she allowed God's presence to shape her little by little. Her life reminds us that spiritual calm unfolds gradually, the way morning light spreads across a room. It never rushes, but it always arrives if we give it space. Today's small practice honors that slow process. Set a gentle reminder on your phone, just one simple alert during the day. When it appears, pause for a moment and relax your shoulders. Let them drop. Take a quiet breath. This tiny act breaks the cycle of tension and gives your spirit a chance to rest. Over time, these brief pauses create a new rhythm of calm that grows without force or pressure. Lord, let your slow peace shape my day. Help me welcome each small moment of rest as a gift from you. Tomorrow, we continue our journey, learning how patience gently reshapes the way we see and respond to others. Yesterday, we reflected on how patience gently reshapes the way we see and respond to others. From there, we take another step, learning not only to stay calm inside, but to let that calmness influence how we treat the people around us. It's easy to be kind when everyone else is kind, but when someone is sharp, impatient, or ungrateful, our natural response is to mirror their tone. A rushed cashier, a coworker who snaps, a family member who speaks without thinking, these moments touch sensitive places in us. We may feel defensive, irritated, or hurt. And in that emotional swirl, kindness can feel like the last thing we have energy for. Yet these are the very moments where gentleness becomes transformative. When we picture Mary, we often imagine her quiet compassion, a heart able to remain steady even when others struggled. Scripture describes her as a woman of humility and faith, someone who held the mysteries of God with tenderness. Tradition invites us to see her as a presence who doesn't react harshly, but responds with calm understanding. Thinking of her in this way doesn't add new revelations. It simply inspires us to consider how patience can create space for love, especially when kindness is least expected. Today's simple practice is this: offer one unexpected kind response to someone who frustrates you. It might be a soft reply instead of a sharp one, a gentle question instead of a defensive comment, or a quiet smile when you feel tense. This act isn't about perfection. It's about choosing kindness before irritation takes hold. Even one softened moment can shift the atmosphere and ease the weight on your own heart. Lord, help me greet others with patience and love. Let my responses reflect the peace you are growing within me. Tomorrow, we take another step, exploring how to carry peace even into moments of tension. Yesterday, we explored how to greet others with kindness even when frustration rises. From there, we take another step, learning how to carry peace with us even into the tension that sometimes surrounds our relationships and conversations. Tension has a way of tightening the whole body. A disagreement at home, a misunderstanding at work, or a conversation that suddenly turns sharp can make our hearts race and our thoughts scatter. We may replay words in our minds, worry about how to respond, or feel the urge to defend ourselves immediately. These moments can drain our peace faster than anything else, leaving us anxious or overwhelmed. And yet, conflict is a normal part of human relationships. What matters is not avoiding it, but entering it with a heart anchored in God. When we think of Mary at the foot of the cross, we see patient endurance in its purest form. She stood in the most painful tension imaginable, yet Scripture shows her rooted, steadfast, and trusting. Her presence there wasn't about solving or fixing. It was about staying faithful in the midst of what she could not control. Reflecting on that scene doesn't add anything new to her story. It simply offers us a gentle reminder that peace can survive even in the hardest places when it rests on God. Today's small practice is simple but powerful. If a moment of conflict arises, step away for 10 seconds before responding. Just 10 seconds. Let your breath slow, let your shoulders relax, and allow your heart a moment of clarity. This tiny pause creates enough space for grace to enter, softening your reaction and helping you speak from calm rather than impulse. Lord, bring peace into my strained moments. Anchor my heart in your gentleness when tension rises. Come back tomorrow as we take another step toward deeper gentleness, letting peace guide our relationships one moment at a time. Yesterday, we asked God to steady our hearts when tension rises. From there, we take another gentle step, learning to wait well, not with frustration, but with a heart that stays open to grace. Waiting is something we all experience, yet rarely enjoy. We wait in traffic, in grocery lines, in email threads that seem to take forever. We wait for answers to prayer, for clarity in decisions, for healing in relationships. And in these pauses, impatience often grows quietly. Our thoughts speed up, our shoulders tighten, and irritation begins to form long before we speak a word. Waiting can feel like a waste of time, especially when we feel busy or overwhelmed. But beneath that frustration is a deeper truth. Waiting reveals how much we long to be in control. Mary knew the slow work of waiting. Scripture gives us glimpses, waiting for the birth of Christ, waiting through years of hidden life in Nazareth, waiting to understand the fullness of God's plan. These seasons weren't passive. They were places where trust deepened quietly. Mary teaches us that waiting becomes holy when we allow God to shape our hearts in those in-between moments. Her example invites us to loosen our grip, breathe more deeply, and let God work in ways we cannot see yet. Today's small practice is simple and gentle. The next time you find yourself waiting, whether for a few seconds or a few minutes, repeat slowly in your heart, "Lord, be with me in this pause." Let the words steady your breath. Let them soften the urge to rush. This small prayer transforms waiting from an irritation into an invitation for peace. Lord, help me wait with grace. Teach me to welcome these pauses as places where you come close. Tomorrow, we continue this journey, taking another small step into the kind of patience that reshapes how we see the world around us. Yesterday, we reflected on how waiting can become holy space when we invite God into the pause. From there, we take another gentle step, learning how patience not only softens our hearts, but also reshapes the way we see the people around us. It's easy to grow frustrated with others. Someone speaks abruptly, forgets a promise, drives too slowly when we're late, or responds with impatience when we're trying our best. In those moments, our minds often jump to conclusions. They don't care, they're rude, or they don't understand me. When we're tired or stressed, these assumptions form quickly and our reactions follow. But so often, we forget a simple truth. The people who bother us may be carrying unseen burdens of their own. Mary's compassion invites us to look again with gentleness. Scripture portrays her as a woman of attentive love, one who watched, listened, and held others in her heart. Tradition imagines her noticing the quiet needs of those around her, responding not with judgment, but with understanding. Thinking of her this way doesn't add new teachings. It simply offers us a safe, motherly reminder that every person has a story, and sometimes a sharp word or impatient tone is born from hidden hurt. When we remember this, our frustration softens and tenderness begins to grow. Today's small practice is simple. Offer a silent blessing to someone who bothers you. It can be a coworker, a family member, or even a stranger. As irritation rises, pause and quietly pray in your heart, "Lord, bless them." This small act doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it shifts your heart from reaction to compassion. It becomes a doorway to seeing others through gentler eyes. Lord, help me see others with your tenderness. Soften my heart when frustration blinds me to their pain. Tomorrow, we take another step, learning how rest and stillness can support a more patient, loving way of living. Yesterday, we reflected on seeing others with gentler eyes, remembering that hidden burdens often shape their behavior. From there, we take another small step, discovering how rest and stillness can soften our own reactions before they spill out in ways we regret. We all know what it feels like to react too quickly. A comment stings, a request interrupts our rhythm, or a small mistake adds pressure we were already carrying. Before we can think, irritation appears, fast, sharp, and loud inside the heart. Later, we may feel guilty or wonder why our patience ran so thin. Much of this happens not because we lack goodness, but because our spirits are tired, and tired hearts react faster than rested ones. This is where Mary's quiet example offers comfort. Scripture shows her living a life full of daily tasks in Nazareth: cooking, cleaning, caring, preparing. Tradition imagines her doing these ordinary things with steady hands and a peaceful heart. Not hurried, not scattered, just faithful in each task. Reflecting on her this way doesn't add new doctrines. It simply gives us an image of calm endurance to hold on to. When we picture her pausing for a breath or moving with thoughtful care, it becomes easier for us to slow down before our emotions rush ahead of us. Today's small practice is simple. Pause for one heartbeat before responding when you feel annoyed. One heartbeat is enough to reclaim your peace. Let the irritation rise, notice it, then let your breath soften it. This tiny pause gives your heart room to choose gentleness rather than reaction. Over time, it becomes a quiet habit that changes the tone of your day. Lord, settle my reactions and guide my words. Help me respond from a place of peace, not pressure. Tomorrow, we nurture a heart that listens more deeply, letting patience shape the way we receive others. Yesterday, we reflected on slowing our reactions so we could respond from a place of peace rather than pressure. From there, we take another gentle step, learning how patience also shapes the way we listen, allowing us to receive others with a calmer, more loving heart. Listening is one of the simplest and hardest acts of love. In the rush of daily life, our attention becomes scattered. Someone speaks to us while we're thinking about our to-do list, checking our phone, or replaying a stressful moment in our minds. Even when we want to be present, fatigue or anxiety can make our hearts feel distant. And when we're irritated or overwhelmed, listening becomes even more difficult. We may respond quickly, half hear what was said, or assume we already know the story. This kind of hurried listening leaves both hearts feeling unseen. Mary offers us a gentler way. Scripture describes her as one who pondered and held things in her heart, listening deeply not only to God, but also to the people and moments around her. Tradition imagines her as a woman of attention, someone whose presence made others feel safe and understood. Reflecting on her example doesn't add anything new to doctrine. It simply gives us a peaceful image to follow. Listening, as Mary shows us, is not passive. It is an act of love, a quiet way of saying, "You matter, and I am here." Today's small practice is simple. Give someone your full attention for 1 minute. Put aside distractions, soften your breath, and listen with your whole heart. It may be a family member, a coworker, or even a brief interaction with someone you normally overlook. That single minute of presence can bring healing, both to them and to you. Lord, help me listen with gentleness. teach me to welcome others with a calm and open heart. Tomorrow, we take another step, exploring how to hold our emotions with care when they rise suddenly. Yesterday, we asked for the grace to welcome others with a calm and open heart. From there, we take another small step, learning how to hold our own emotions with the same gentleness, especially when they rise suddenly and catch us off guard. All of us know what it feels like when emotions spike without warning. One moment we're steady, and the next something small, a comment, a delay, a mistake, sets off a wave of frustration, hurt, or anxiety. When life is already full, even minor triggers can feel overwhelming. These sudden surges can make us react sharply, withdraw, or say words we later regret. It's a human experience, but it can leave us feeling discouraged, wondering why small moments can have such a big impact. Mary's life reminds us that emotional waves are not signs of failure, they are part of being human. Though Scripture doesn't detail every feeling she had, we know she lived real days with real pressures and uncertainties. Tradition imagines her steady presence, a heart that breathed before reacting, a spirit that trusted even when emotions were stirred. Reflecting on her example gives us a peaceful image to lean on, not as a demand for perfection, but as an invitation to breathe before responding. Today's small practice is this. Once today, when an emotion rises, simply name it out loud. I'm frustrated. I'm overwhelmed. I'm hurt. Naming an emotion helps it settle. It gives us a moment of space so we can choose our next step rather than be swept away by the first impulse. It's a gentle way of saying to your own heart, I see you and I'm here. Lord, calm my heart when emotions rise. Give me the grace to pause, breathe, and respond with gentleness. Tomorrow, we continue this journey, exploring how to let patience steady us even when the day feels unpredictable. Yesterday, we asked for the grace to pause and respond with gentleness, even when the day felt unpredictable. From there, we take another small step, learning how a slower, more intentional response can soften even the sharpest moments. So often, our days move quickly, and our reactions move even faster. A stressful message arrives, a coworker presses for an answer, a family member asks something at the worst possible time, and without meaning to, we snap, rush, or speak from tension instead of peace. These quick reactions don't make us bad, they simply reveal how human and tired we are, but they also show us something important. The speed of our response can shape the atmosphere around us. Mary's life offers a quiet counterexample to this hurried way of reacting. Scripture tells us that she pondered things in her heart, a gentle reminder that she took time to hold experiences with thoughtfulness rather than reacting impulsively. Her patience was not passive. It was a steady, deliberate openness to God's presence in each moment. Reflecting on her example invites us to slow down just enough to let grace enter before words do. Today's small practice is simple but powerful. Count to 3 before answering a tough question or responding in a stressful moment. Those brief seconds create room for clarity, softness, and intention. They allow your heart to catch up with your words. This tiny pause can turn irritation into peace, frustration into understanding, and defensiveness into connection. Lord, teach me to respond with grace. Let my words carry gentleness shaped by your patience. Stay with us. Tomorrow, we explore how patience can grow even within the routines that fill our daily lives. Yesterday, we reflected on how a slower, gentler response can reshape even difficult moments. From there, we take another small step, learning how patience can grow quietly within the ordinary routines that fill our days. So much of life unfolds in repeated tasks: washing dishes, preparing meals, organizing work, caring for family. These responsibilities, though simple, often wear us down. When we rush through them or carry them with resentment, our hearts tighten, and the day begins to feel heavier than it needs to be. It's not that the chores themselves are unbearable, it's the pressure we place on ourselves to move faster, finish sooner, or juggle too much at once. Mary's life reminds us that holiness is often hidden in the ordinary. Scripture offers only glimpses of her daily routines, yet we can imagine her tending to simple tasks with steadiness and love. Not because she had perfect conditions, but because she carried a heart attentive to God's presence in the everyday. Her quiet faith offers us an invitation. What if our routines became gentle offerings instead of burdens? What if the mundane moments of our day became places where patience and peace could slowly bloom? Today's small practice invites you into that space. Choose one routine task, anything from folding laundry to answering emails, and do it slowly and gratefully. Let it become a moment where you breathe, soften, and offer the work to God. You may find that the task itself doesn't change, but your heart does. And in that softened space, peace begins its quiet work. Lord, bless my small tasks with peace. Help me carry each routine with a steady and grateful heart. Tomorrow, we take another step, discovering how gentleness can shape the way we move through even the busiest moments. Yesterday, we reflected on how gentleness can flow even through our busiest routines. From there, we take another small step, learning how to trust more deeply when our hearts begin to feel unsettled. Restlessness has a way of sneaking into our day through unfinished tasks, unexpected delays, or the quiet pressure to hold everything together. It can make our minds race and our spirits tighten, leaving us irritated without fully knowing why. In those moments, it's easy to feel far from peace. Yet restlessness itself can become a gentle signal, inviting us to pause and lean more fully into God's care. Mary knew seasons of uncertainty and waiting. Scripture tells us she kept all these things, pondering them in her heart, showing us a posture of quiet trust. She didn't rush to control what she didn't understand. Instead, she held space for God to move, even in the unknown. Her steady faith reminds us that trust is often born in the very moments that unsettle us. When restlessness rises, we have an opportunity to step closer to God rather than farther away. Today's small practice is simple but powerful. In a moment of restlessness, whisper, "Jesus, I trust in you." Let the words be soft, honest, and unforced. Even if your heart still feels agitated, that gentle prayer plants a seed of trust. Over time, these small acts teach the soul to settle into God's presence, even when the world around us feels hurried or uncertain. Lord, transform my restlessness into trust. Teach me to lean into your steadiness when my heart feels unsettled. Tomorrow, we continue this journey, discovering how trust can open the way for deeper patience and a more peaceful rhythm of living. Yesterday, we reflected on how trust can steady a restless heart. From there, we take another small step, learning how mercy reshapes our reactions and softens the places where irritation often takes root. Daily life gives us countless opportunities to feel worn down. Sharp words from a colleague, a misunderstanding at home, or the weight of responsibilities pressing from all sides. In these moments, irritations feel natural, almost instinctive. Yet beneath them lies a deeper longing, the desire to respond with peace, not pressure, and to remain centered even when others around us struggle. This longing points us toward mercy, a grace that gently loosens the tightness in our hearts. Mary's life reflects this quiet mercy. Whether in the hidden years of Nazareth or the difficult moments of Jesus' ministry, She carried a spirit that welcomed others with tenderness. Her compassion flowed from a heart rooted in God, steady and patient, even when circumstances were far from easy. Imagining her presence invites us to pause and consider how mercy can soften our own reactions, turning frustration into understanding and defensiveness into gentler connection. Today's small practice is simple but meaningful. Offer one small act of mercy. Maybe it's an apology you've delayed, a patient reply when impatience rises, or even a warm smile when someone seems closed off. These gestures may feel small, but they heal more than we realize. Mercy turns irritations into encounters of grace, and it quietly reshapes the way we move through our day. Lord, fill my heart with mercy. Help me respond with gentleness, especially when irritation tempts me to close off. Tomorrow, we deepen our path toward healing habits, exploring how patience becomes a daily companion on the journey toward peace. Yesterday, we reflected on how patience becomes a quiet companion on the journey toward peace. From there, we take another small step, allowing God to touch the deeper places where impatience is born. Many of us carry a kind of hidden weariness that builds over days or even months. It shows up in small ways, snapping at someone we love, feeling irritated in traffic, or losing our calm over minor inconveniences. These reactions often surprise us, even embarrass us, yet they point to something tender within, a heart stretched thin, longing for rest and reassurance. Impatience is rarely just about the moment before us. It is often the echo of burdens we've been carrying quietly. This is where the gentle presence of Mary offers solace. The Gospels show her strength not as loud or forceful, but steady and rooted in trust. Her quiet endurance, especially in times of uncertainty, invites us to rest for a moment in that same trust. Imagining ourselves held under her symbolic mantle, safe, understood, and not judged, can soften the tightness we feel inside. It reminds us that healing begins not in forcing ourselves to do better, but in letting God meet us where we are tired. Today's practice is simple. Place your hand over your heart and take a few slow breaths. Let each breath be a reminder that you are held by God's love, even in your impatience. This small act can bring surprising relief, as if giving your heart permission to unwind and be cared for. Lord, heal what is tired within me. Grant me the grace to rest in your peace when impatience rises. Tomorrow, we continue this journey gently, discovering how patience can shape the way we approach each new moment with renewed hope. Yesterday, we gently acknowledged how impatience often springs from deeper weariness. From there, we take another small step, recognizing how this same tiredness can make difficult relationships feel even heavier. All of us encounter people who drain our energy. Someone whose tone cuts sharper than expected, a coworker who seems endlessly demanding, a family member whose moods shift without warning. These interactions can leave us tense, discouraged, or quick to react defensively. It's easy to believe that if the other person simply behaved differently, our peace would return. But often, the deeper invitation is to seek strength beyond ourselves. Mary's life reminds us that relationships are softened not by our own willpower, but by grace. She lived closely with others, walked through misunderstanding, and stood faithfully at the side of those she loved, even when they struggled to understand her or the path God placed before her. Her quiet endurance becomes an encouragement for us. We are not meant to carry the weight of difficult people alone. God offers strength not to overpower the moment, but to remain gentle within it. When we imagine leaning spiritually into Mary's compassionate example, as if placing our frustration under her tender care, something loosens. we remember that every challenging person has a hidden story, aches we cannot see, and fears they may never express. In those moments, patience becomes less about tolerating behavior and more about letting God strengthen our ability to respond with grace. Today's small practice is a simple but powerful one. Offer a sincere blessing for someone who frustrates you. It doesn't have to be long, just a quiet, heartfelt prayer. Lord, bless them. This small act shifts the heart, creating space where resentment might otherwise grow. Lord, strengthen me to love without harshness. Grant me patience that flows from your heart, especially with those who challenge me. Tomorrow, we continue this journey, discovering how patience can open deeper paths toward compassion and hope. Yesterday, we reflected on how patience can open deeper paths toward compassion and hope. From there, we take another gentle step, remembering that even when life feels heavy, God's light can still find its way into our tired places. We all face moments that feel darker than they should, times when discouragement lingers, when a small setback feels strangely overwhelming, or when our hearts feel dim without any clear reason. These moments don't make us weak. They simply remind us that we are human and in need of light, comfort, and renewal. When discouragement settles in, impatience often rises with it, making everything feel heavier. Mary's life offers a quiet invitation to remember that light rarely bursts in all at once. Sometimes it begins as the smallest spark, a whisper of trust, a moment of hope, a gentle act of faithfulness. In Scripture, her steady presence appears again and again as a reminder that God works through what is humble, simple, and small. Even when her path led through unfamiliar or painful terrain, she carried an inner openness that allowed God's light to enter and guide her forward. We can learn from that same openness. When our hearts feel clouded, we don't need to force ourselves into joy or clarity. We only need to make a little space for light to enter. A quiet breath, a soft prayer, a moment of stillness. Over time, these small openings soften the heaviness and allow peace to return, gently and faithfully. Today's small practice is simple. Light a candle, or if you don't have one, pause before a soft light for 10 slow seconds. Let that glow remind you that God enters gently, illuminating even the corners of your heart that feel too weary to hold anything bright. Lord, brighten my weary places. Let your gentle light touch what feels dim and restore peace within me. Join us tomorrow as we continue this journey, learning to embrace peaceful habits that bring steadiness and calm to each new day. Yesterday, we reflected on how peaceful habits can steady our hearts. From there, we take another small step, learning that gentleness is not just a feeling, but a way of being shaped little by little. So often, our days move quickly, and we react before we even realize what we're doing. A sharp tone slips out. A rushed answer replaces a thoughtful one. The pressure of responsibilities makes us forget the softness we wish we carried. And then we feel frustrated with ourselves, wondering why gentleness seems so hard to hold on to. But gentleness is not something we master overnight. It grows the way a seed grows, quietly, slowly, almost invisibly at first. Mary's life reflects this so beautifully. In Scripture, she appears steadily faithful in both ordinary tasks and extraordinary challenges. Her gentleness emerges not from dramatic moments, but from a pattern of small, loving choices. Listening carefully, responding calmly, staying rooted in God's presence. This is how habits of gentleness are built, one moment at a time. Each time you choose a softer word, a slower breath, or a kinder gesture, you are shaping the kind of heart you long to live from. These moments might feel small, but they add up. They become a quiet strength that steadies you when irritation rises or when the day feels too full. Today's small practice is simple. Choose one gentle gesture. Maybe it's lowering your voice, relaxing your shoulders before speaking, or taking one calm breath before responding. Let it be a seed planted in trust, knowing God can grow it into something beautiful over time. Lord, deepen my habit of gentleness. Form my heart through small moments of kindness and keep me steady in your peace. Tomorrow, we take another step on this journey, learning how patience can guide us even when the day feels rushed or demanding. Yesterday, we reflected on how gentleness grows through small, faithful repetitions. From there, we take another small step, learning how patience meets us right in the pace of our daily lives. Most of us move through each day with a quiet pressure sitting on our shoulders, a sense that we must hurry, keep up, and rush from one thing to the next. Even when no one is pushing us, we push ourselves. The clock becomes a silent companion, and our hearts begin to tighten. Rushing steals not only our peace, but our awareness of God's presence moving with us. Yet when we look to Mary's life in Scripture, we see a different rhythm. She moved with steady purpose, never frantic, never hurried. Whether traveling a long road, caring for her home, or holding difficult news in her heart, she walked in a grace-filled pace. Her calm steadiness reminds us that we too can choose to slow down, even if just for a moment, and rediscover peace. This meditation invites us to imagine moving through our day as Mary might, attentive, grounded, and open to God's gentle guidance. When we release the need to rush, our hearts make space for patience, clarity, and kindness. Slow steps become a form of prayer, reminding us that God works quietly and patiently within us. Today's small practice is simple. For just 30 seconds, walk slightly slower than you normally do. Let this be a gentle reminder that you're not alone, that God is not measuring your speed, but holding your heart. Notice how your breath settles when you allow yourself even a moment of unhurried presence. Lord, free me from the need to hurry. Teach my heart to move at the pace of your peace. Tomorrow, we continue this journey, discovering how patience can transform the way we face those small, unexpected frustrations that interrupt our day. Yesterday, we reflected on how slowing our steps can soften the rush that steals our peace. From there, we take another small step, learning how to stay centered even when pressure rises unexpectedly. Pressure is something we all face. Deadlines that come too quickly, conversations that feel tense, tasks that pile up faster than we can handle. In those moments, our hearts tighten, our breath shortens, and our patience thin. Stress convinces us that everything must be handled immediately, perfectly, and without pause. Yet deep down, we know that this frantic pace wears us down. Mary's life offers us a gentle counterpoint. In Scripture, she encountered immense pressures, an unexpected journey, an uncertain future, responsibilities she never asked for, yet she relied on God's presence with remarkable trust. She did not allow fear or urgency to define her. Her quiet strength flowed from knowing she was not alone. This same truth is offered to us. Under pressure, we can pause long enough to remember God is near. Today's meditation invites you to let God's calm meet your anxiety. When pressure rises, try placing both hands gently on your lap and breathing deeply for 15 seconds. This small act resets your body, slows your thoughts, and makes room for grace to enter. It is a reminder that you are carried, supported, and held, especially when life feels heavy. This little pause is not weakness, it is wisdom. It creates a space where impatience loosens, clarity returns, and gentleness becomes possible again. In that quiet moment, let yourself imagine Mary beside you, offering a steady presence that reminds you of God's faithful love. Lord, be with me when I feel overwhelmed. Calm my spirit and guide me back to your peace. Tomorrow, we gather all our small steps into one gentle path, discovering how patience forms a steady foundation for daily living. Yesterday, we gathered all our small steps into one gentle path, seeing how patience can anchor our day. From here, we take another small step forward, learning how to let peace flow through the whole rhythm of our lives. Many of us begin the day with good intentions. We promise ourselves we will be patient, calm, and centered. But as the hours unfold, responsibilities crowd in, frustrations accumulate, and our inner steadiness weakens. A single interruption can throw us off balance. By midday, we may feel far from the peace we hoped to carry. It's not failure. It's simply the human experience of trying to live gently in a hurried world. Mary's life encourages us to see patience not as one moment of calm, but as a way of moving through every part of the day. Scripture shows her pondering, reflecting, and responding with trust time after time. Her patience wasn't accidental. It was cultivated through countless small acts of faithfulness. She allowed God to shape not just the dramatic moments, but the ordinary ones too. This is the invitation offered to us, to let God's presence steady us from morning until night. Today, consider choosing 1 hour to move with intentional calm. You don't have to change your schedule, just your pace of heart. During that hour, breathe more deeply, respond more slowly, and notice how God is already supporting you. Let that time become a small sanctuary within your day, a reminder that peace is not found by escaping life, but by inviting God into each moment. This gentle practice helps weave patience into the fabric of your daily living. Over time, these small choices begin to reshape how you carry yourself, how you listen, and how you love. Lord, guide every step I take today. Form my heart with your peace and help me walk gently in all I do. Tomorrow, we continue this journey with hope, learning how to nurture peace even when the day feels unpredictable. Yesterday, we took another step toward peace, learning how to stay steady even when the day felt unpredictable. From here, we gently lean forward again, letting God shape our hearts through small, faithful acts of love. Many of us long to be gentler, more patient with others, more understanding of ourselves, more reflective of the peace we wish we had inside. Yet gentleness can feel difficult when the world presses in with demands, noise, and expectations. We may react sharply without wanting to, or feel embarrassed when irritation spills out. These moments remind us not of failure, but of our deep need for God's grace. Christ himself described his heart as gentle and humble, inviting us to learn from him. And Mary's life gives us a living example of how gentleness can be expressed through ordinary moments, through listening, offering help, holding silence, or choosing peace over pressure. Her gentleness wasn't passivity, it was strength that flowed from trust. When we picture her steady presence, we remember that gentleness is not a personality trait. It is a fruit of grace growing slowly within us. Today's small practice is simple but powerful. Offer one encouraging word to someone who needs hope. It may be a family member, a coworker, or even yourself. A single word of kindness has the power to soften the edges of a weary day. This act helps train the heart to respond with compassion instead of tension, building the kind of gentleness that lasts. As we practice, we learn that gentleness is not about perfection, but about alignment with Christ's heart, with God's pace, with the quiet strength Mary modeled. Over time, These small steps shape us into people who carry peace wherever we go. Lord, help me reflect your gentleness. Grant me a heart that lifts others with kindness and moves with the steady love you offer each day. Tomorrow, we take our final step, gathering everything we've learned into a single path of patient, hopeful living. From yesterday's reflection, we take one final gentle step together. Life can feel crowded with worries, moments when we rush, react too quickly, or feel stretched thin. In those times, it's easy to forget how far we've already come, how many small choices have slowly shaped a calmer, more patient heart. As we look back over this journey, we see a pattern of grace, a pause instead of a sigh, a breath instead of a sharp reply, a whispered prayer instead of frustration. These little movements, so quiet they can be missed, are the seeds of real transformation. Mary's life teaches us that holiness grows slowly, faithfully, through simple acts done with love. Scripture often reminds us that peace is a fruit of the Spirit, something cultivated step by gentle step. With Mary's steady encouragement, we've learned to welcome interruptions more softly, breathe through restlessness, listen with warmth, and let God touch the tense places within us. This path isn't meant to be perfect. It's meant to be walked with trust. Today's practice is simple. At the end of your day, recall one moment of peace God gave you. Hold it with gratitude. Let it remind you that even on hard days, grace still finds you. Lord, help me persevere in patience and walk gently with you each day. Grant me a heart that notices your peace and carries it forward with hope. And though this is our final step in this series, the journey continues in your everyday moments, quietly, steadily, with God walking beside you.